Now the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals coming off a 35-40 record at Texas Tech in the Big 12 Conference. How did that happen?
Yeah, tell me. So
I want to know how it happened that Steve Wilkes only got 1 year under the GM Steve Keim. How did that happen?
With that quarterback they're trying to get rid of right now. But go ahead.
So let's look at what Cliff is up against right now.
Okay.
He's up against this new narrative, a runaway national narrative, a fairy tale of a story that finally he's going to land the kid as his quarterback that he wanted since this kid was a junior in Allen, Texas, at Allen High School, Kyler Murray. They hit it off. They clicked. Remember, Cliff was then coaching Johnny Manziel at Texas A&M as the point man recruiter for Kyler Murray and just fell head over heels for him and vice versa. Kyler loved him so much that he started calling him Clifford. They're very close. They see the field the same way. They're made for each other, match made in heaven. So it's come full circle where somehow Cliff Kingsbury got hired by Arizona in the year they have the #1 overall pick. And now he's a prisoner of the quote that he had before a game against Kyler Murray at Oklahoma when he said, if I had that first pick, I'd take Kyler Murray. Okay, you're on, coach. You got him.
You got it.
Guess what the world will think if and when he takes Kyler Murray #1? How fast? What is the fastest track to the Super Bowl? Is it possible they get there next year? Is it possible in 2 years? Everybody, the clock will start ticking on Cliff Kingsbury and again on Steve Keim right out of the box because you got what you wanted. Match made in heaven. Let's see. Dance for us, man. How fast can you get there, right? Super Bowl, here they come. You think Cliff likes that narrative? I promise you he does not. I think he's overwhelmed by it. Now let's go back to his arrogant side. He has had a chance to get a firsthand up-close look at Josh Rosen. 6'4", 220 pounds, prototypical, big arm, moves pretty well. Remember, as a junior tennis player here in Los Angeles, he was ranked #1 in the country before he gave it up for football. So he's got some foot athletic ability, right? Enough that he moves around pretty well. I don't love him just on intangibles, but you don't think Cliff Kingsbury is just arrogant enough to think, you know what? I could show the world. I could take that and I could turn that into something that would shock people because I kept doing it at Texas Tech. I kept doing it. Remember, he had Davis Webb, 6'5", 229, and he had put up big numbers. And then here came this other kid. What's that kid's name?
My homeboy.
Remember? 6'3", 230. So they're big kids. They're big athletic, or, you know, Davis Webb wasn't that athletic, but obviously Patrick Mahomes is athletic. So he was doing things more out of the pocket with them. It wasn't little Kyler. He had little Baker for a little while, just a little while.
And had little Johnny.
And he had little Johnny. Okay, he had little Johnny. But he's done it with the big kids, too. So he says, my system could prevail here. You know how they all think they can do it in the NFL?
Everybody.
You know they all think, I can do this. Well, what if I take Josh Rosen and do it? Then my brain, they're going to give us a much longer honeymoon because Josh wasn't very good last year, right? They won 3 games and he acted like he won the Super Bowl, right? Okay, so now let's look at Steve Keim. He's 20 years there in pretty high up jobs in that organization. What's he been since 2013? He's been the head, the GM of it. Okay, so what did he do last year? He traded up from 15 to 10, and it was expensive, man, because it cost him that pick, the 15th pick, plus a 3rd and a 5th to trade up for Josh Rosen. Well, what do you think they're thinking in Arizona? You did this, and now you're saying he's no good? You're going to trade that?
And that's the thing. So you're asking people to trust you after you did this.
You did that?
1 year. Now, maybe 2-3 years down the road, Skip, is one thing. But you're going to move up 5 spots to take a quarterback, and then the following year, you're going to take a quarterback #1 overall?
Really? So would it not serve him better if he thought Cliff could make Josh Rosen into a franchise quarterback? Would that not make Steve Keim look a lot better? Because he looks pretty silly right now. He looks silly enough with Steve Wilkes for 1 year.
And to piggyback what you said, Skip, all coaches believe, no matter how good or bad the play, even the bad guy, well, if I get him in my system, I can do this. Even if he has bad character, he's like that over there, but I can make him, I can shape him, he'll be different. I'm sure Cliff Kingsbury feels that exact same way. Oh, they couldn't get the most out of Josh Rosen. Watch what I do with him. But Skip, he's been chasing this kid. He got him once. Chased him. He wanted him. got him to Texas A&M.
Then before he got there, Cliff got the job at Texas Tech, and he tried to talk Kyler into going to Lubbock, and his father played at Texas A&M, so he's not going to do that.
Right. And so, he probably, like you mentioned, he tried to get him to come to Lubbock. Instead of, he went to Oklahoma. Now he gets a chance. Skip, this guy is tailor-made for the system that Cliff Kingsbury run. It's almost too good to be true. You remember in Detroit, Miles Davis and Wayne Fonts. Skip, they had the West Coast offense. And the West Coast, the run and shoot.
Yeah, run and shoot.
The 1989 Heisman Trophy winner, Andre Ware, landed in their laps. Taylor Mays get run and shoot college, Heisman threw for all these yards, all these touchdowns. He's right there. Maybe this is too good to be true. But Skip, I do not believe they're going to pass this guy up. Now, if you make me if the Raiders make me an offer, I can't refuse. The Raiders have 4 picks in the top 35.
Yeah.
If you're willing to give me 3 of those and give me a pick next year in 2020, we can do business.
Okay, well, that would be the business they would want to do. You would want to trade the pick. You wouldn't just sit there and say, Nick Bosa.
No.
You'd say, no, John Gruden would give us the sun and the moon. And then we would be in business if we could start scoring down the draft.
Because, Skip, I believe even you will concede this. They're more than a quarterback away. Now, the quarterback will fast-track you. But if I can get 3 picks in the top 35 this year and have my first-round pick next year and the Raiders maybe the second or third, because think about this, Skip. Philadelphia, when they moved up in 2016, they were 8. They moved to number 2.
Yep.
They swapped places, but they had to give up a first in 2017 and a second in 2018.
Okay.
Now, the Raiders... Kyler Murray, like, hold on now. You want Kyler now. This is a franchise. This is an altering proposition. So I'm going to we're going to switch places. I'll go to 4. You come up to 1. But I'm also going to need 24. I'm also going to need one of those second-round picks, and I'm going to need a little something next year in 2020.
You don't think those conversations are taking place as we speak? I will bet you they are.
Yeah.
I will bet you.
Because guess what, Skip? There's a possibility if I do that and I come back, there's a possibility I still might be able to get Quentin Williams or Bosa.
Might. You just might.
So now I get what I need to pair him with Chandler Jones. I got a quarterback, a second-year quarterback, Cliff Kingsbury. He's a quarterback guru. If you can get Davis Webb to put up those numbers, it's hard for me to believe that Josh Rosen can't at least be serviceable.
Trust me, he's thinking about that right now.
But Skip, though
I'm with you. My takeaway bottom line is you'd be insane to pass up Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is very special. And Cliff knows how special he is, but Cliff is smart enough to know that all of a sudden the guy from Texas Tech would be on the hottest seat in the National Football League because show us. Super Bowl or bust.
Guess whose seat is even hotter? The GM.
The GM would
because this is the second time. Okay, you hired Steve Wilkes now, who had cut his teeth. He had spent some time. He's D coordinator in Carolina. He was he was on the staff with Ron Rivera in San Diego when Ron was the D coordinator. He was the linebackers coach.
And by the way, he is now the new defensive coordinator of the Cleveland Browns.
Right.
So anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, he was once head coach at Savannah State. So you know Savannah State. Yeah. You
I didn't know that.
No, you didn't.
Really?
We produce them down there.
I didn't know you had a football program.
Don't do that, Skip.
Really?
That's so unbecoming.
Really?
Yes.
They do.
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
Yes, and we
Very
represent.
notable.
You represent.
Yes, we represent. We littered in the NFL.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
And we had a referee.
Not like Vanderbilt.
Littered.
Do you want to compare the history of Vanderbilt draft choices versus yours?
We have.
Want to do it?
First of all, do y'all have any referees in the NFL? We have a referee. Yeah, we have an umpire that's a 2-time Super Bowl.
Good for you. Congratulations. That closes the case. I can't compete with that.
But Skip, I just
no, but we got a lot of Nobel Prize winners. I don't know. Does that count? I don't know. Whatever.
I didn't even have a football team, so you guys got
No.
Really?
Y'all didn't have much of a basketball team. Y'all have a basketball team?
Yeah.
They're not very good. But anyway, Skip, I don't see this happening. I just think the thing is, and Keim is going to be on the hot seat. You hire a guy that had this kind of record, this kind of resume, and you make him the head coach, and to get Josh Rosen, and now you're selecting a quarterback again. Now, I don't know. Look, the Bidwell seems to be, the son, seems to be very, very patient. I don't know how much more patience he's going to be able to tolerate.
I don't either.
Or have in this situation.
This is make or break.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so once you put it like that, Skip, That's why they're going to take Kyler Murray, because it's make or break.
Make or
I hope
break.
you're right. But I'm not going to be shocked if they don't.
That was a good point.
Depending on what Gruden or somebody is offering for Kyler.
All right, we got to move on, guys. Next up, one of the biggest mysteries of the first round is